Welcome to the Crib University. Woo! Alright, this is our introduction video. We're going to tell y'all how we know each other, our names, who we are, how we got into basketball, all like that. So you want to start off?
Yeah, I mean, I was born in Africa. Yes, I know, crazy. I was born in Zimbabwe. I came here when I was about like 12. I mean, that's pretty much it. When I came here when I was 12, I met Caleb, one of our other friends. And pretty much she basically, before I came to Georgia, I was in Pennsylvania. And I wanted to play basketball, but I never really like went to tryouts or anything. I just kind of dribbled outside, you know, trying to get my handles right, worked by myself pretty much. And I came down here and I tried out for the team. I made it. And yeah, that's pretty much my story into basketball. I was a scrub, but I was like super athletic. Scrub. I was super athletic. I could play defense.
Big athletic from middle school.
Yeah. I had the best block of the fucking season.
That was the best block.
I had straight clamps, Hall of Fame clampers. I'm probably the most annoying defender you play. I will foul you. I might punch you in your mouth.
Sure. I might for sure.
Shit. Hey, whatever I gotta do to win. You like if it's game point, good luck getting off the shot. Cause no. I play defense. I stake my life on defense. That's what we do around here. But I'm short. I'm a midget. I'm 6 foot.
Oh no.
I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot. Don't let them lie to y'all. I'm 6 foot.
Hell no, he's tripping. He's about like 5'8".
Why y'all lying to these folks, man? I'm 6 foot, man. I'm 6 foot.
Honest, 5'10".
5'11 and a half, really. Six foot. Basically 6 foot, bro. If I was signing up for college, I would put 6 foot. If you were signing up too, you would put 6 foot too. No. You would put 6 foot. I'm pretty tall.
Yeah, we would put 6 foot because
I'm pretty
we
tall.
are 6 foot.
You're like 6'2", right?
6'4".
How are you?
I just went to the doctor.
Anyways, look. Anyways, y'all hear that? He's saying he's 6'4", but I can't be 6'. Okay. Anyways,
facts.
So yeah, that's pretty much my story into basketball. Freshman year, I was a scrub. Sophomore year, I was sort of a scrub, but I was actually getting a lot better. Junior year,
I was the best player in freshman year. For the freshman team. Freshman team.
DeMondre was on that team.
Yeah, I got more buckets though. Especially after he quit.
Don't forget about Mac.
Anyways, like I was saying, I was a scrub freshman year. Sophomore year, I was pretty decent. You know, I was sitting the very end of the varsity bench. I made it there through, you know, just running, working hard, you feel me, dedication. And then junior year came around. Actually seemed like I had a lot of problems junior year. I had fixed a lot of my problems. I could actually consistently hit layups for the first time in my life. You know, I had a nickname, Tendo 2.0. I was looking pretty solid junior year. I was looking pretty solid, I ain't gonna lie. And then one morning, I got in a car wreck, like during fall season basketball.
That nigga still went to practice.
Like I flipped my car and everything. We might show the picture, but I flipped my car and everything. But thankfully, I made it out alive, no scratches, no nothing. But my car was gone. And from then on, pretty much like basketball and me trying to work and the stuff that was going on with the coaching, it didn't really sit well with me together. So I stepped away from basketball. Then my senior year, I played. I was pretty much like garbage. I played football too, so I didn't really get like a lot of time to really like dial into my basketball craft or nothing. So I was your typical role player, 5th, 6th man off the bench, sometimes start, you know what I mean, depending on how good I was doing in practice.
A lot of partying.
Yeah.
A lot of partying.
But yeah, that was pretty much it. And now here I am, you know, the Crib University Hooper. Mr. Bitches!
Shit.
Who you are? How you got into basketball?
Hey, go ahead and give him light skin face.
All right, my name is Deshaun. You feel me? I'm from Gainesville, Georgia. Been born here. I moved around a couple times, but I never like actually left here. I didn't play none of middle school ball. Actually, I played junior league football. He was like 6 foot in 8th grade. I didn't hit my growth spurt.
No, he wasn't. Year. I know he wasn't because I was 6 foot in 7th grade, and I was way taller than him.
Till the end of my 8th grade year, going to freshman. But I played junior league football. That didn't go too well. Then freshman year, I wasn't planning on playing no sports. My pops always been a little, I'll talk about my pops. Anyway, so, I wasn't going to play sports. He didn't want me to play sports. So, this math teacher, he always told me to play sports or whatever. And I was like, no, I can't do it. Slater.
Coach Slater.
Oh, yeah,
that was our basketball coach.
Yeah, he was my math teacher then. Well, every day I go into class, he'd pretty much be like, why are you not playing, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, I just don't want to. My pops won't let me. We don't got the money, et cetera, et cetera.
And he sucked.
So, all in all, he finally called my pops every day and begged him to let me play. Freshman year, actually, it was my first year ever playing ball. Apparently I wasn't good enough because there was this bigger dude named Mac, and he was so much better than me, even though I was one of the fastest dudes on the court.
You were fast, but
I didn't give it my all, blah, blah, blah.
He didn't have basketball skills. He had
stuff
natural.
Like that. I didn't, get to practice with them because I sucked so bad. So, anyways.
He just didn't have basketball skills. He had athleticism. He had no skills.
He was just uncoordinated.
He practiced with us. Don't let him say that bullshit.
But didn't play a single game.
You played some.
No, I didn't.
Did you also suffer from back spasms?
No, not my freshman year. That was sophomore.
Wait, you got in a game.
That was our last game.
Yeah, I know.
It was the only game. And that was for the end. It wasn't even a damn minute. Anyways, sophomore year, I was the same as Tatenda. I sat to the end of the bench for varsity.
He got a lot better from freshman year to sophomore year.
But I also didn't get to play my sophomore year because
Yeah.
I fucked up. I did a stupid decision. Just think before you do anything, kids.
He hurt his back.
No.
did
Well,
hurt
I hurt
your
my back and
then he did something stupid.
But I'm not getting into that. That's just.
You would have swore he was going D1
Shit.
by the stupid stuff he did. It's some D1 player material stuff. That's all we gonna say.
Yeah, nothing past that.
Nothing past that.
Then my junior year comes. I pretty much gave it my all. I went, head to head. I was pretty much a sixth man almost. But I didn't get to play my junior year at all because my coach just played.
You
starters.
played.
Not
a lot.
But it was only because he kept our starters in the whole game.
Yeah, he didn't play that many people besides the first five, and then some.
That was a smart coach. Right
maybe
there.
one player on the bench again.
That was a smart coach.
Really, if you got in, it was just so they could have a break for a couple seconds and you get right back out.
Basically.
But then I've never been good at school. That's always been a troublesome thing for me. So that was the main thing. I didn't actually get to go nowhere because I was stupid. So then my senior year comes around. My senior year, I pretty much got played out of the game by a junior who was better than me.
Sophomore.
Oh, he was a sophomore.
I wouldn't say he was better than you, honestly. There was a lot of crappy stuff going on.
Coach is a bitch. That fucking coach is a.
Coach says he's way better.
That coach is a bitch though.
Hey, we're not gonna be saying all that on camera.
So, anyways, I pretty much I did what I could. I wasn't. I'm not the best. I can dunk pretty good. But
my man's was like, honestly, listen, cut the crap. Like, the coach played a lot of sophomores because I'm pretty sure he probably gave up on us. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
He had a thing for the underclass.
No, that's not what it is.
He did.
Let me explain. So basically, since he's a new coach and he was planning on staying at Johnson for a long time, he basically said, screw the senior class. Y'all gonna kind of play and have y'all time, but he's gonna focus on getting experience for the younger players. Because he's gonna stay there for a while, so it only makes sense from his perspective in coaching, for him to get the younger players some experience. And so that's pretty much what happened, honestly. Like, a lot of the seniors were frustrated. A lot of the older players, we had been playing for 4 years, and we kind of just got thrown under the bus. We weren't allowed to finish our games. Like, in the third quarter, like, he would just basically give up, start taking us out and stuff like that. It was kind of like my way, the highway, honestly. Like, there was no other way around it. Y'all get no top of, you know what I mean? And, to his credit, it worked some of the games. But I mean, personally, for me, it wasn't. It felt like a waste of a senior year, honestly, for basketball for me. I don't know about you, but that's how it felt for me. But I wasn't gonna quit because I already was playing my senior. I wasn't gonna do that twice.
I'm about to get into that. Okay.
And so, don't get me wrong. But also my back started. Was it my back? Yeah, I think it was my back started messing with me again. Oh yeah, it was my back because I got hurt during a Clark Central game. I think it was. I have muscle spasm, so really what that is, the bottom of my lower back would lock up. So basically I'd make it to the point where like I didn't stretch much and stuff like that. So like my back would lock up and I would get to the point where I couldn't walk sometimes. And I mean, other than that, I mean, I did what I could. You know, I can't shoot really or handle the ball. Really, the only thing I was good at was just getting boards and putting it back or passing it out.
Dunking.
Sometimes. I mean, I only had 2 dunks my whole career, so yeah, I think it was 2. Other than that, that's about it for me.
I'm Dylan, white boy Dylan. I started playing basketball when I was little. I played for a team in the area I grew up for the elementary school. We had like this little league just for all the schools around us. And my dad was the coach. And I played then, but then he basically scared me away from basketball until 7th grade year. And then I played and I was trash. I hadn't played basketball since I was like 4 years old. And then after that, I really didn't get better or anything during 7th grade year. And then in between 7th and 8th grade, I got a little bit better, but I still really didn't know basketball. And so I basically rode the bench the whole year in 8th grade. And then after 8th grade, I got a lot better for my freshman year. And I was starting on the freshman team, and I was playing JV throughout the whole season. And then what else? Sophomore year was a little bit rough because throughout freshman year we had Coach Slater, who he was talking about, who he really liked me. He liked how I played. Coach Slater really liked me. He liked the way I played. He put me on varsity after my freshman year, like going into our sophomore year. And then he left. And then we got a new coach by the name of Coach Whitlock, who he kept me on the varsity team, but I was going to ride the bench and basically just play JV and sit varsity like he did. But after he got hurt, there was just one day at practice where I was just kind of not in the mood. I was kind of giving a little bit of attitude, which I have a problem. My biggest problem in sports was my mouth since freshman year. Like, I have a terrible mouth and attitude sometimes. But I fixed that I've gotten better. I still have anger issues, but I got better on my attitude. But like I said, I was having a bad day at practice, just wasn't feeling it. Our head coach got an assistant coach to come up to me and ask me why I was in a bad mood. And then I was like, I'm nothing, I was fine. Like, something doesn't really have to do with anything. Because it didn't have anything to do with basketball. I just was in a bad mood that day. And then he was like, well, you need to pick your shit up because you're only here because he was hurt. Which was bullshit, because I was there before he was hurt. So I didn't understand what he meant by that. But it pissed me off because that means I didn't like the way he said that. So I stopped going to varsity practice. I just quit going to varsity. I went to all JV practice the rest of the year and only played JV. And then I quit at the end of the year, my sophomore year, because I thought he was going to come back. Then he leaves too. We ended up having 4 coaches all 4 years of high school. And then he leaves, and then this other coach, Coach Pickle, comes in. And he really likes me. I started varsity the whole summer before our season. Our preseason, I started varsity for the first half of the games until I just was playing like shit in preseason. I played really good this summer. What?
And then he started missing fall league games.
I missed the fall league game because I went on a date with a girl in Buford. And then that was basically the start of my downfall in junior year. Was because he just thought I was inconsistent. He didn't really trust me, even though he knew I was like a good player, but I wasn't playing good during the year or during that preseason. And then we started off the first game. I rode the bench. I played a little bit, but I played like shit. Okay, so yeah, my downfall was right after I basically missed that game and started playing really bad during preseason. Rode the bench first game. Got in for like a quarter, and then played bad, and then didn't play again. And then basically rode the bench for the rest of the season because, like he said, he only played his starters. And I wasn't a starter anymore, so rode the bench. And then quit at the end of the year because I didn't like him either by that time. But then I think it was like a month after I quit, he begged me basically to come back. He called me into his office and told me that I was a good player and he needed me on the team. And then he leaves like every other coach. And then when he left, in that time when I quit basketball after my junior year, I decided to play football. So I was going to workouts, I joined the team. And then I decided to play basketball again, so I was going to do both. But then once he leaves, I kind of focused more on football. I just didn't really do anything for basketball. And then the new coach that came in for basketball, he liked me at first. Like, he saw me play pickup a couple times. He said I had a really good game. He liked me. He was planning on having me on the team. And then there was some disciplinary issues during football season. Skipping class, getting in trouble.
This nigga never showed up to practice. That's what it was.
Didn't show up to football practice sometimes. Got suspended for a game of practice.
Never showed up to school.
Didn't show up to school. But everybody liked me because of my personality. Like teachers, coaches, they all liked me because of my personality. The basketball coach my senior year was not like that, and I'm not gonna say his name because I'm definitely gonna talk shit about him. Like now and later on. But didn't let me play once tryouts came, which didn't make sense because I did really well at tryouts too. I was gonna be one of the better players on the team for sure. That was probably my athletic peak too. Like I could dunk. I wasn't fast, but I wasn't slow. Like it was probably the most athletic I've been since forever. And then he just didn't want me on the team because my disciplinary issues. That was about it. He liked me as a kid, but he didn't like me as a athlete because I wasn't consistent enough, which was fine. I get it. That was my downfall with my not being consistent or responsible enough.
So yeah, kids, stay in school, do drugs, go to parties.
No. We did also, before my senior year, lots of partying.
I didn't do shit.
He didn't. Me and him, lots of
I'm going up the nigga. Go. Do a flip. Oh shit! He slumped. He slumped. Oh damn! He slumped. Oh shit!
But I'm a black kid. I don't party. I was a good kid.
Lots of parties.
I had great grades. I had amazing grades. Senior year, I got caught by senioritis. You know what I mean? Not wanting to go to class, stuff like that. But
partying all summer, partying after every Friday night on football games. That's exactly what we did. I'm not gonna tell you any specifics till later, but
child of God.
Don't believe that nigga. Don't believe that nigga.
Child of the grass.
Hey yo, relax. I don't even smoke like that.
Females.
I got one.
That's enough for the video.
I got one.
And he missed. He probably shouldn't have did that.